tea started with a whisper that turned into an earthquake across Hollywood. One simple headline that no one saw coming: Tamar Braxton and Mendeecees Harris, married in secret. Within minutes, blogs lit up, fan pages went into overdrive, and the entertainment world stopped in its tracks. No red carpet, no paparazzi, no official announcement, just silence and a storm brewing underneath. Sources claimed the two exchanged vows during a quiet getaway in Miami, surrounded only by close friends. But here's the catch: no one could name a single friend who was there. No photos, no officiant, no proof, only a handful of cryptic posts that made the internet spiral. Tamar posted a photo of her hand, a simple gold band glistening in the sunlight, with a caption that read, "Some things don't need a crowd." And Mendeecees, he followed up with, "Real love doesn't need validation." Those words set social media ablaze. Fans rushed to Yandy Smith's page, Mendeecees' longtime partner, searching for clues, reactions, or denials. Instead, they found silence. No smiles, no family posts, just one haunting quote pinned to her story: "Some endings don't come with closure." That's when everyone realized this wasn't just gossip. This was heartbreak unfolding in real time. The internet demanded answers. Was Tamar really married to Yandy's husband? Or was this another social media stunt gone too far? Whatever the truth was, one thing was certain: Hollywood had just been hit by one of the most unexpected scandals of the year. And for Yandy, it felt like the world she built was beginning to crumble. Before the headlines, before the heartbreak, there was a night that changed everything. A charity gala in Atlanta. Dozens of cameras flashing, music playing, laughter echoing through the room. And somewhere in the crowd, Tamar Braxton and Mendeecees Harris crossed paths for the very first time. Witnesses say it started with conversation, nothing more. A casual laugh here, a compliment there, but the chemistry, it was instant. The kind that doesn't need words, only glances. Tamar, fresh from her public breakup, was glowing again. Mendeecees, always charming and calculated, seemed drawn to her energy. They exchanged contacts that night, strictly professional, they said, but the smiles told a different story. Weeks later, they were spotted again at a private brunch for a youth mentorship program. Same city, same table. Fans started to notice every event they accidentally attended together seemed a little too convenient. Tomorrow's laughter, his hand on her shoulder, nothing inappropriate, but everything suggestive. Online gossip sites began labeling them the unexpected duo. Still, Yandy appeared unbothered. She stood by her husband, posting family pictures, promoting business projects, and acting as if the rumors didn't exist. But those who knew her best say she was already sensing something. A shift in energy, a silence in conversations, a distance she couldn't explain. Meanwhile, Tamar and Mendeecees' bond grew stronger behind the scenes. Private texts turned into late-night calls. Work meetings became long dinners. And what started as innocent connection began treading dangerous emotional territory. No one knew it yet, but that one night in Atlanta would become the first chapter in a story that would leave fans, families, and the entire industry divided. The whispers didn't fade. They grew louder. And soon, whispers turned into receipts. It began with an Atlanta dinner sighting, a dimly lit restaurant tucked away in Buckhead, where celebrities often hide from the chaos of cameras. But that night, someone was watching. A fan caught Tamar and Mendeecees sharing dinner. Not across from each other, but side by side. 2 glasses of wine, hands brushing, smiles that lingered too long. Within hours, the photo hit the shade room, and social media caught fire. Comment sections flooded with shock and disbelief. Wait, isn't that Yandy's man? Why are they looking like that? And then came the detail no one could ignore. The rings matching simple gold bands, identical in design, worn on the left hand. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Bloggers zoomed in, circled fingers, compared past images, and fans created entire threads dissecting every angle. One caption on a gossip post read, "When love can't hide anymore." The internet went into full investigation mode. TikTokers slowed down Tamar's Instagram stories, pointing out background voices that sounded suspiciously like Mendeecees. Others claimed they saw the same ring flash in one of his gym clips just days later. By then, the theory wasn't just rumor, it was a movement. Tomorrow, Mendeecees trended for 48 hours straight. Every new clue became breaking news. Every silence became confirmation. And through it all, one name kept surfacing: Yandy. Where was she? Why wasn't she saying anything? The internet had the evidence. Or so they thought. But silence from Yandy was about to become the loudest response of all. For days, Yandy said nothing. No interviews, no comments, just absence. And in the world of social media, silence is a statement. Her last post was from a week earlier, a family brunch photo with a caption that read, "Grateful for my peace." But now that peace seemed shattered. Fans flooded her comments with concern. "Girl, say something. Is it true? Please tell us you're okay." Yandy didn't respond. Instead, she deleted 3 old posts, including one of her and Mendeecees from a recent trip. That move sent fans into overdrive. Hours later, she posted a single black background with a quote. "Sometimes the people you feed are the ones who bite the hardest." No names, no context, just pain. Her followers knew instantly. And that wasn't random. That was heartbreak speaking. Meanwhile, Tamar was posting, too, a photo in all white, standing under a golden sunset with the caption, "God gives you who you deserve, not who you expected." That timing, chilling. The internet split in two. Team Tamar said she finally found happiness after years of pain. Team Yandy said she was blindsided by betrayal. And everyone else, they just wanted the truth. By now, the situation had gone beyond gossip. It had turned personal. Yandy's silence had transformed into a storm of speculation. Her cryptic posts, her unfollows, and that eerie stillness painted a story of a woman betrayed, but not broken. And just when it seemed the internet couldn't take any more, a single image surfaced, one that would confirm the world's suspicions and ignite a firestorm that no one could contain. Then it happened. The photo that stopped the internet in its tracks. A single image posted and deleted within minutes, yet captured by thousands before it vanished. Tamar Braxton standing on a sunlit balcony overlooking the Miami skyline, her hand gently resting on Mendeecees Harris's chest. Both held champagne glasses, both smiling softly, and both wearing the same matching gold rings that fans had been obsessing over for weeks. The pose wasn't intimate enough to scream couple, but it was personal enough to confirm every suspicion. Within hours, the image spread like wildfire. Gossip blogs reposted it, YouTubers broke it down frame by frame, and fan pages debated whether it was real or photoshopped. "This ain't no rumor anymore." One tweet read, "That's a husband and wife look if I ever saw one." Tamar's caption under the photo was just for words. Private joy, public peace. The meaning ambiguous, intentional, and loud. Mendeecees posted nothing, but his sudden limited comments setting spoke volumes. Meanwhile, Yandy was photographed leaving her Atlanta home, eyes swollen, face hidden under dark glasses. Ignoring paparazzi questions, the image of her walking away from her front door became a meme, a headline, and a heartbreak all-in-one. Fans rallied behind her, calling her the Queen of Grace and flooding her comments with love and sympathy. But deep down, everyone knew this wasn't just about a photo. It was about betrayal, timing, and 2 women caught in a love story that never should have happened. The viral balcony shot didn't just break the internet, it broke the illusion of privacy, the bond of trust, and the quiet dignity Yandy had been clinging to. And as millions argued online, the story had only just begun to unravel. Music in the days following the viral photo. Emotions erupted across every corner of social media. Yandy's silence had already spoken, but now her pain became impossible to hide. Close friends revealed she'd withdrawn completely, canceling brand meetings, skipping appearances, and choosing solitude over spectacle. Behind closed doors, she was reportedly broken, yet determined not to let the world see her shatter. Her next post was a single black and white image of her reflection in a window. Captioned, "You can't heal in the same space that hurt you." The comments were flooded with empathy. "Stay strong, Queen." He lost a real one. Fans turned her pain into power, rallying around her as a symbol of grace under fire. But while Yandy found strength in silence, Tamar chose defiance. She doubled down on her social media glow, posting photos in designer outfits, sharing clips of her laughing with friends, and writing cryptic captions like, "When God writes your story, not everyone makes it to the next chapter." For her supporters, she was reclaiming happiness. For critics, she was reclaiming happiness. For critics, she was flaunting another woman's heartbreak. The divide was sharp, emotional, and merciless. Podcasts debated loyalty versus love. Twitter threads argued over morality and timing. And through it all, Mendeecees remained quiet, caught between 2 narratives, 2 women, and a growing storm of public outrage. Yet, as the dust began to settle, the truth became clear. This wasn't just a celebrity love triangle. It was a war of image, emotion, and endurance. Yandy's tears turned into resilience while Tamar's confidence hardened into rebellion. The world had chosen sides, and both women, in their own way, were standing tall. One through silence, the other through fire. But neither could escape what was coming next. Just when the chaos seemed to reach its peak, the internet exploded again. This time with video. A short clip surfaced late one night on X. formerly known as Twitter, showing what appeared to be Tamar Braxton in a flowing white dress, standing under soft candlelight beside Mendeecees Harris. The camera was shaky, the angle discreet, as if someone had recorded the moment from behind a curtain. Tamar's laughter filled the room, light and unguarded, as Mendes leaned in to adjust a diamond bracelet on her wrist. It wasn't the kind of moment you fake. It was intimate, familiar, real. Within minutes, hashtags like Tamar and Mendeecees wedding and Yandy deserves better began trending worldwide. Blogs labeled it the secret ceremony caught on tape, while fans dissected every frame, comparing decor, outfits, and guests' voices in the background. One user slowed the clip down and claimed to spot a well-known Atlanta event planner among the shadows, someone who had recently posted cryptic emojis about love stories being written in silence. The mystery deepened when the clip suddenly vanished from multiple platforms, flagged for copyright infringement. But by then it was too late. The footage had been downloaded, mirrored, and shared across the globe. Tamar's team refused to comment. Then Mendeecees went offline entirely. And Yandy, she posted a single prayer hands emoji. No words, no explanation, just quiet pain that spoke volumes. The supposed wedding video wasn't just content. It was confirmation, heartbreak, and spectacle all in one frame. For fans, it was proof that the whispers were true. For Yandy, it was the knife that confirmed what her heart had already feared. In the aftermath of the leaked footage, things only got messier. Paparazzi cameras caught Tamar and Mendes leaving an upscale apartment complex in Midtown Atlanta early one morning. Tamar wore oversized sunglasses and a casual hoodie. Mendes followed behind holding coffee cups and car keys. They didn't speak, didn't touch, but their synchronized steps and shared silence told a story all its own. Within hours, photos hit every gossip outlet. Tamar and Mendeecees playing house screamed the headlines. The shots showed him returning later that night with groceries, the kind of mundane domestic detail that left fans convinced they were living together. Meanwhile, Yandy was seen on a completely different side of the city, tearful, walking to her car, flanked by friends. Cameras flashed and, when asked about Mendeecees, she simply said, "God's got it." Her voice cracked mid-sentence, a moment that would replay endlessly on blogs and TikTok edits. Social media erupted again, with fans begging her to leave him for good, while others speculated that Tamar and Mendeecees were preparing to go public. Online, theories spread faster than facts. Some claimed it was a PR stunt. Others believed love had simply found a new home. Yet, no matter how the story was spun, one truth remained. The woman once praised for holding her family together was now watching it unravel before millions. The paparazzi didn't care about healing or privacy. They wanted the next frame, the next headline, the next proof. And as the world watched Tamar step into her car beside Mendeecees once more, the message was clear. This wasn't rumor anymore. This was reality, messy and raw, unfolding one camera flash at a time. As the headlines multiplied and the footage replayed on every gossip channel, Hollywood insiders began to ask the question everyone was thinking. Was this love or just a masterclass in publicity? Talk show hosts debated it. Bloggers picked sides. And YouTubers built entire breakdowns trying to decode Tamar and Mendeecees' every move. Some pointed to Tamar's history of public relationships and heartbreaks, suggesting she wouldn't risk her image for a fling. Others whispered that Mendeecees, fresh off the love and hip-hop circuit, knew exactly how to turn scandal into storyline. It became less about truth and more about narrative, a social experiment in modern fame. Every caption, every silence, every no comment fed the beast. Fans turned detectives, tracking flight logs, matching apartment decor, even comparing the fonts on their Instagram stories. Theories spun out of control. One camp swore it was real love, born from pain on timing. Another believed it was calculated, a comeback plot designed to keep both names trending. Industry peers quietly admitted that nothing sells like heartbreak, and this saga had all the ingredients: betrayal, redemption, and two women too powerful to be ignored. But as everyone dissected motives, the emotional cost got lost in the noise. What was entertainment for millions was agony for Yandy, scrutiny for Tamar, and a test of character for Mendeecees. The drama had stopped being gossip. It had become a cultural storm where truth blurred with spectacle and the audience, willingly or not, became part of the show. Amid the noise, Yandy chose a different path: silence, reflection, and rebirth. While the world kept refreshing her name, she quietly stepped back from the chaos and focused on something most people forget in the midst of scandal: healing. Sources close to her revealed she'd started therapy, journaling daily, and spending time away from the spotlight. her social media slowly transformed from cryptic pain to empowerment. She began posting affirmations like, "Peace is power," and "Closure isn't always an apology." Each post wasn't just a quote, it was a declaration that she was reclaiming her strength. Fans noticed the shift. The comments changed from, "Are you okay?" to, "We're proud of you." When she finally appeared at a women's empowerment event in New York, dressed in a flowing white suit, cameras captured a different Yandy.com, radiant, grounded. She spoke about resilience, forgiveness, and the courage to start over. It wasn't about Mendeecees anymore. It was about her. Even critics who once speculated on her pain now praised her composure. While Tamar and Mendeecees continued facing the glare of controversy, Yandy quietly rebuilt her image, not through words but through grace. Each move she made felt deliberate, not to prove anything to the world, but to remind herself who she was before the storm. The same fans who once pied her now celebrated her strength. She had turned heartbreak into power, silence into presence, and loss into legacy. And in doing so, Yandy Smith Harris reminded everyone watching that sometimes the loudest revenge isn't anger. It's healing. It's healing. As weeks passed, the fairy tale facade began to crack under the relentless pressure of fame. What once looked like passion now seemed like survival. Paparazzi trailed Tamar and Mendeecees everywhere: restaurants, airports, even late-night drives. Every glance, every silence between them became headline material. Tamar, once radiant and carefree, appeared visibly tense in recent outings, avoiding cameras, while Mendeecees seemed distracted, his usual confidence replaced with guarded caution. Rumors surfaced that the constant criticism was weighing heavy on them both. Industry insiders whispered that arguments had started about privacy, about loyalty, about the price of love under public judgment. Tamar reportedly told friends she felt misunderstood, while Mendeecees struggled with the growing narrative that painted him as a villain. Social media, once their stage, had turned into their battlefield. Every post drew hate. Every silence fueled new theories. Even their body language told a story: distant stars, forced smiles, and a sense that the chemistry that once captivated the world was beginning to fade. Behind the glitz, both were paying the cost of being the most talked about couple in the industry. Fame had built the stage, but now it was pulling the curtains closed, one headline at a time. In the end, no one really knew what was true. Was Tamar Braxton truly married to Mendeecees Harris? Or had the entire saga been a perfectly orchestrated illusion, a mirror of emotion, fame, and narrative control? The footage, the rings, the cryptic posts, all pointed to something real. Yet, the lack of confirmation kept the mystery alive. Some fans believed love had simply bloomed in the wrong season. Others were convinced it was all smoke and mirrors. A story built for views, not vows. Yandy's grace, Tamar's defiance, and Mendeecees' silence created a triangle of truth and deception the world couldn't stop watching. The story had everything: